Yeah, tuko locked in. Okay. Tuko locked in. Yeah. I know I'm the shit. Walai niko lit. If you had a bitch, I want a bitch. You hate the streets. You tryna get rich. Wakisema uquit kata. Exactly. Buddha the boss in the backseat. No andika my songs for Grammys. Nah bro, no andika ngoma za campo. Watu tulitokanga class 4. Ukipush utamake usi tense. All you need is that money, see friends. Saidia wa safety flex. Yeah, sometimes I'm wrong, that's official land. And she know she a 10. I know I'm the shit. Walai niko lit. If you had a wish, a bag of a bitch, you ready to switch. You tryna get rich. Wakisema uquit kata. I know I'm the shit. Anyway, bro. To relax. Now we're just about to make the final draft for fantasy before the deadline, because deadline is kesho Friday around 9 p.m. Kenyan time. Yeah, 9 p.m. So you have to do this. Now, if you were here in the first video, I broke down my squad, why I chose the squad, the reasons why I had them set up. As expected, lazima ni make changes. And where did we leave things at? Let's go to leagues and cups. First of all, now from the fantasy homepage, kuna the winner from last FPL. There is a squad wenye wanaoneshana, but I don't want us to click on this. Maybe it ends up to add some biases in our minds. We'll look at it at the end of this stream. Let's call it a stream. And then iliwashow kuna head-to-head league. Moto sana. Season 3. Clicking on it, the members have all joined. The last video there were 3. I told these motherfuckers were joining to quite serious. Now you can see here the managers. Party next door. Party next door. Okay, I'm just fixing the names. Party next door. That's me. The manager Danny James. And then you have the second entry. Lori Ivy. That's my chick. Pia Ivy. Actually, she won the last season. The first season, these beer bongs, when we created this idea. She won the first season. Bro, tuliagisi wata ni bahati, but nah. Anitaja replicate your success. Kujo win season ingine. Ivy! Okay, honey, skip. But yeah. So Lori Ivy at number 2, and then number 3. Uliza Morio Lukadane. This is Gishia ndiye aliwin last season. Tulikuwa hata na prize giving 2 months ago, prize giving after season ilisha. Gave him his money. Tuka celebrate kidogo. Yeah. 4th is Ashara, that's Osebe. So one thing about this group, it has close friends. Mr. Kiumati, only the real ones. Easter Colinia, close friends. Wale unakaiji close friends ni hao. Kona nitafuta, probably if you find these guys, you can find me. And vice versa. So this is Ian Osebe at Ashara. So he didn't play last season for his own reasons. Hangeweza, hangemake. According to him, it's a commitment. But amerudi this season. Then you have Sima, that is Ice. And then number last we have Walanguzi XI, that is Simon. Ndio hao. So you'll be hearing these names along the course of these recordings, because I told you about this league. If you don't know about it, just go watch my first video. Everything should be there. I'm gonna say camera in a trip. Anyway, back to serious matters. Final team selection and reasons. So before I go through my team, nataka tuangalia a few things, some analysis which I got for people, and for reasons why you'll be choosing some guys for our squads. Let me go to transfers. Now, before we start doing any transfers on my account, I want to show you some things I want us to watch out for. These I've bookmarked these. Unahitaji kujua players watakuwa kwa penalties, free kicks ni kina nani hao. You need to know who are these guys. Okay, I might read. So here's a good link and inaonyesha every team and people who are taking their corners and indirect free kicks. So in Arsenal, let me just read this. Okay, actually, because I copied it. Arsenal corners and indirect free kicks. We have Saka, Trossard, Odegaard, and Martinelli. That's why I have Saka and Trossard in my squad. But again, this is not about my squad really. It's about who the best players to pick for your FPL. So these are good choices. Actually, I love Martinelli so much. So most likely I'll get back to him. Let me give it about 3 fixtures. Watch and you observe it because Saini niko na 2 Arsenals and the first fixture is against Nottingham. Let me just go to that fixture. Acha nionyeshe. The fixture iko saa 2 ali kick off 2:30. Nottingham are becoming my favorite team slowly. Hata on FIFA ndio anacheza nao. Uliza wasenapiga. Tukienda head to head, Nottingham actually I remember they played a really good game against Liverpool at home. Wali win 1-0. And I can see here on head to head on flash score. Nottingham walichapa Arsenal at home. So when Nottingham are at home, it's not straightforward. Jesus Trossard, Martinelli alianza hii game. Let's see. No, Martinelli hakuanza but they walichapwa. Now when Arsenal are at home, the repeat fixture venye ilianza in the season 5. Martinelli assist ya Saka. Nelson. Actually, it's the game Saka. Hii game Saka Saka alitolewa from an injury, of course. And then Nelson came in. Akafunga assist. 2 goals and an assist. Looks good. And Odegaard also got a goal at 78 minutes. So that's something to watch out for. Arsenal are at home. That's something good. Again, doing another fixture. Nottingham at home. Walichapa Arsenal. Again, Nottingham at home for an FA Cup. Wow. Okay. Kitu si rahisi. So you want to bank on Arsenal when they are at home, especially against Nottingham. And that's why I'm thinking of who I will captain. One thing I learned from other sessions, let me go to my team. Captain wako akikuwa in the first fixture, alafu akose kuperform, you are fucked. So Haaland against let me address this thing. Haaland against which is Man City against Burnley. I went to their head-to-head stats and they were promising. Man City hawatambui. Man City at home or away hawatambui your story. Let's go to head-to-head. FA Cup 6-0 against Burnley, but Man City at home kwa buchari yao. Ukienda Etihad, hiyo ni buchari yao. Haaland alikuwa na hat-trick. Alvarez also performed. East African inanipea mixed feelings. And then Man City, okay, it looks like Man City have been winning in all their games. Ilikuwa ya what competition? Prem 2022. Okay, Burnley. Okay, 2022 in January, February, March, April. Okay. De Bruyne, Gundogan. Okay. So Man City are really good against Burnley. I'm sure since 2019 wanawapea tu tano kila game week. Tano. So it's very hard to bet against Haaland on this one. Though we'll get back to it. Acha to relax. History yote imeanza na tukiangalia penalty and set piece takers. So in Arsenal we have Saka, Trossard, Odegaard and Martinelli. Aston Villa, actually in my first draft before I began recording this one for YouTube, I had what's his name, Buendia. but sijui mbona ako kwa easy nini set piece, but he was really electric over the preseason. He is the least. You can see why people are going towards Mbeumo. And then Pascal Gross for Brighton, another really good selection, but tena sijui kanaweza mdependia week in week out. And then at Chelsea we have Chilwell and James. Last season wasn't for James, but hopefully he'll get back to it. And then Everton, I was thinking about this boy McNeil, shida yake ni hata kupea week in week out. Let's go to transfers. Everton, Brata got injured, but he got 126 last season from he's been selected by 0.3%. Okay, it makes sense. But I was considering him. Dukuru also played well, but again, unaweza depend Everton week in week out. That's the problem. Let's go on. We have Pereira in Fulham. Yeah, he's around 5M. I think the Manata last season, so many guys had him. Let's see. Andreas, yeah, he got 123. He's been selected by 2.8% of the managers. Not bad. You can watch out for him. Pereira, kama ni Fulham, it's either him, most likely you'll go for Mitrovic. Let's go Liverpool. Trent on their set piece, corners and indirect free kicks. If you know Trent, yeah, that's something else. Luton Town, Man City, it's De Bruyne, Foden, Grealish. Manu. Okay, unaona jina kubwa hapo, and that is Fernandes. Fernandes is on our penalties. All our penalties, but he has a really good heart and anaweza pair Rashford at any time apige. That's why I'm also starting with Fernandes. And then at Newcastle, we can see Trippier. If you didn't have Trippier last season, you really don't know what you're doing. Last season, he was doing really good. It's only that Newcastle have a few rough fixtures for the first around 5-6. Nataka kuwapea time. Na pia Trippier is expensive. Wameanza kumpeleka bei za Trent. Wameanza kumweka bei za Trent. Let's go Newcastle. 6.5. Anyway, bado hajafika Trent. The Trent ni 8. Which is a lot of money. Trippier at 6.5, and that's why I got Danban. He's also on the left back, and then he can be dangerous on corners, headers. Nikimseki refu, by the way. Usisikie tu jina bana. I didn't pay attention a lot last season, but you can see he has good stats. And then let's finish these lists. At Nottingham, Gibbs White. This is not the last time you'll be hearing about Gibbs White. He'll be in my squad very very soon. Ni venye hizi fixtures wanaanza ni ngori. Sijui kama wata make look. Unaanza na Arsenal, unaenda Sheffield, and then actually wanaenda kwa Arsenal away, and then at home they'll be playing Sheffield, and then wanaenda tena away Man U, away Chelsea, and then at home against Burnley, and then ukifikiria meisha away against Man City. So that's why right now I can't really consider Gibbs White, but I will add him to my squad at some point. I think around fixtures are Brentford, Crystal, Luton. We never know. A lot of things will happen between now and every other game week. So Gibbs White is someone to watch out for. Sheffield, Norwood, I don't know him, but let's just watch the games. Today, Son was taking their corners kama zote. And then Madison. Madison unipea stress because I talked about this in the last video. Anaweza turn up game week, anaweza dose, but ametoka kusupply Leicester. Ametoka kusupply kina, what do you call them? Ametoka kusupply Harvey Barnes, Vardy, and what is the name of this striker, bro? Mbona unanipotea sai? Hata hizi patikana hapa kwa FPL. Ametoka kusupply these guys, to supplying for Kane, to supplying for Son, to plugging Kulusevski. So Madison, let me just give him a few game weeks. Let me observe. He's also well priced at 7.5M. Last I checked. Let's just do it real quick. Madison 7.5. Maybe inaweza panda. Check you bro. Amekuwa akipata over 100 na team ndogo. Sasa amepewa cheo. Amepewa Tottenham because actually Tottenham didn't have a creative CAM. Say ana go positive and a plug and a put that pass. So him at Tottenham, I see good things coming. Again, pia nataka ku work based on merits. Sitaki ku work based on what I think, what I know about the player. Wewe ingia, acha nione venye utacheza game week 1, game week 2. Let them play Brentford, alafu akuje kwa Man U, akuje kwetu tuone. He might convince me. Let's just watch out. And then back in this list, West Ham, you want to consider Bowen, Emerson or Cresswell. Okay, Cresswell is good. And then at Wolves, Sarabia. So these are guys on corners and direct free kicks. Again, I hope you observe hii list place. We have people on direct free kicks and then we have people on penalties only. Penalties. Observe it. In Arsenal we have Saka amekuwa kipawa penalties zao. And Aston Villa they have Watkins. Bournemouth they have Solanke actually aliperformed poa sana last season. I slept on this nigga. Alafu wasi tulikuwa nao kwa group. Kuna mtu alikuwa na Solanke na alikuwa anapata points week in week out. Hata kwa na make changes kwa bench. He got 130. We'll go to some deeper stats which will help us make better decisions. At Brighton you have Joao Pedro. That's my guy. Actually wase wengi wamekuwa kimbai na bei itapanda if he performs. Let's look at him. Brighton. Let's see, I'm selected by how many people? It's been selected by 16% of the managers. Good price point. Yeah. Hopefully you can take notes. Just try to know who is on what. Pascal Gross is also on their penalties in Brighton. So actually in my first draft I had Welbeck, but Sahi because of price and stuff I need to balance. Nearly had Joao Pedro. And then in Brentford you have Toney, who's not actually there. So Mbuemo will be on their penalties. That's why. Okay, camera. Mbuemo is on their penalties, which is really good. Eze, especially Crystal Sayo amelose Zaha. I'm not sure how will they perform. Boys alikuwa anashikilia. But it's a team. See, it's not one-man job. It's not a one-man job. So hopefully they'll do good. And Eze is also well priced. And then you can see the list going down. Mitrovic, Salah. Okay, Salah. Haaland, ako kwa pena. Schwabet. Manu, it's Fernandez. And I said Rashi also. I also said Rashi. But ndio Rashi aipige. Ni Bruno ameshika ball. Akamwambia cheki bro. Fanya mambo yako. Mimi nimekuaminia. And then at Newcastle we have Wilson. And then Isak is also on the penalties. And then Shah. Okay, the defender. That's weird. Again, Nottingham, Gibbs, White, same guy on their corners and the indirect free kicks near na chapa pena. And Johnson was the player of the year for Nottingham. Hiyo season yenye wali get promoted into Prem. He was their player of the year. So watch out for that guy. Nilimbuy last season, but I didn't really get something out of him. So I jumped ship. And then West Ham, Benrahma, we have Kane and all that. Anyway, enough of all these direct free kicks. You can see Trent, McNeil. I said McNeil. Olise alitufunga free kick ngori. And the guy didn't say anything. And then you have James. Okay, just follow up with this list. It will give you some insights. Now back to our FPL. This is our final draft that I'm making for changes. Now one thing tunahitaji consider ni utahitaji ku make trades. So you want to have money in your account because you only have one transfer every game week. So you need to know where your funds are. So as for me in this team, if I want to upgrade a mid, let's say nataka ku get the likes of De Bruyne ama let's just take a midfielder. Let's say I want Salah. If I want Salah, I need to think this through. Since I want him maybe in these fixtures after Chelsea, maybe ningemtaka anywhere from here going down. But again, wanting and having him is one are separate things. Kumafford ni shida. Ukikuwa na Salah na Haaland kwa squad, itabidi umecompress hizi positions zingine. Itabidi uanze kubuy Rodrigo, uanze kununua Garnacho, uanze kununua Gibbs White. Watu wakujazia mid na do kidogo. What's the point? If currently I have zero M's, I need to think through my transfers in the future. And again, fantasy is a predictive game. You don't really know what will happen. You're just trying to make the best judgment based off the past, and then you want to make a conclusion for the future based on it. So if in case I want Salah inamaanisha nita drop, let's say Trent, and then ni trade off namse mo expect an 8.5 hivi. Let me add Salah, and then niko na 4M ya defender. Bro, never hata afford mse. So those are the questions that you should be thinking. Who's a 4 million defender that I can get? Bro, 4.5 maswara ndio hizi sasa. Watu tu wakujazishia bench. Okay, Mbabu. I've seen people talking about Mbabu. So hizi ni vitu nataka ku account for your changes coming forward. You need to know who you can trade off, who you can exchange for whatever reasons. Let me just restore my players again. Now the final team I want to go with, it's more or less this team, but we have to make some changes. Let's go to our goalkeeper. Before tuanze kuchagua players, let me just go to stats. Go to Premier League. Let's go to stats. So hii ndio base tutapata information yote before making any conclusions. So hii inatuonyesha 22-2023 season. We have the goals, assists, passes, clean sheets, the club and all that. Most goals last season zilikuja from Man City. Wow, they scored 94. Then Arsenal scored 88 goals. Why Man U tuko happy? 58 goals. Bro, acha nifanyie hesabu. Wow. That's the difference. Man City at 94 minus 58. Wali to outscore by 36 goals. 36 times wali get to celebrate off pitch. Wow, no wonder Newcastle scored 69 goals. That's better. These ones are club. Na pia zina matter as much as you can say. Zimatter, and then he at losses. Southampton had most losses at 25, and then Leicester, Wolves came at number 6. They had 19 losses, and then Nottingham at 18. Now Chelsea, naughty team, 16. They've signed their keeper from Brighton. Waliangalia Sanchez na wamemget, so that's really good. Where does that bring us? Tunakuja kuona hapa clean sheets. Ndio tukichoose a keeper, we have better information. So this is 2023. Let's filter by keeper, and then you can see the one who kept most clean sheets was De Gea. He kept 17 of them, and then we have Alisson, Pope, Ramsdale, Raya, Nasa. Sawa Wolves ni team inaweza get nil. Wanaweza maliza season wameget nil games kama sita. So Sa is a really good option. Martinez in Aston Villa. I think that's why he's my first choice goalkeeper. But I want to get another keeper that I can depend on week in, week out. Okay. Let's filter again to defenders. To a clean sheets. Nani keep more of them. Gabriel, Trippier, Danban. Yeah. Boys wangu ametokea Danban, Ben Mee. Niliwaambia siku kupata points za Ben Mee ndio hizi. He had 12 clean sheets. Nimsata nafunga Maheda na nini. Mings also good. So try to refer to this section when how guys did last season, and then you'll make a better decision rather than work on feelings, hope and all that. Tuachane na clean sheets. Nataka kujua nani anapiga assist. Again, you can filter assists by defenders, by nani. Acha tuone defenders. I think Trippier atakuwa hapa 2023 season. Most assists, Trent at 9. Robertson, one team is Lily Dwawili. And then Trippier came here. And then Estupina. And then Ben White. Yeah, you can see. I can naona watu wako kwa squad yangu na nafurahi. Naona sina delusions, na make better decisions. Fabian Schär, Chilwell, Kukurea. Okay, those are defenders. Let's go to attackers, midfielders who had most assists. De Bruyne, Olise at number 2. And then Maddison. Na alikuwa na plug Leicester at Tottenham. These numbers could go up. Time will tell. These numbers could go up. Maddison ameshikana na Fernandes. Okay, that's good. And then I told you my guy, Gibbs White, the creator of Nottingham. Then Pascal Gross. Then Buemo. Hizi ni stats po actually. Harrison for Leeds. Leeds. Sina hope na Leeds, but last season waliniangusha. I don't think I bought Harrison. And then you have Odegaard, he had 7 assists. And then Rodri. Ndiye ni membaya kwa bench alafu naweza mrotate. Rodri anaweza shoot from far, he can assist, anaweza plug seba. How many times out of that 8 games can I depend on 6 assists only? Now let's switch that to forwards. 20 assists. Salah had assists. Trossard. Na most likely pizi ni zile waliongeza pia za Brighton. Kwanza the first fixture walitupiga 4-0 last season walitupiga 4-0 opening fixture at our stadium. So hiyo ni ngori. So you can see Trossard is a good buy. Saka, Mahrez, amenda Al Ahly. And then Haaland also had some assists. Jesus, Solanke ndiye tumeona kwa penalties. Watkins also had some good assists. Anyway, let's switch from assists to hitting the woodwork. Yeah, this was a good start I wanted us to look at. Players walichapa woodwork. All positions. So hata to filter na nini. Let's put it to 22-23 season. Fernandes alichapa woodwork 5 times. Those are 5 possible goals that he could have gotten. Haaland, and then you have Nunes too. Actually wali hit 5 posts, all of them. Watkins, Son, Nunes, Haaland, Fernandes. Pay attention to these names. They will come up in future. You might need them. And then you have Buendia. I talked about Buendia. Even Ashara, my friend Os, aliniuliza kuhusu Benrahma on the comment section for the first video that I uploaded. Okay, see why he's a good pick. And Buendia, and come show Buendia is a really good pick pia. So these are some stats you can also watch out for and make a decision. Utaweza kutel nani ana attack, nani ako pale ana take risks, nani yule ana try. We also have Garnacho at number 16. He hit the woodwork 3 times last season. And then let me do my last analysis for minutes played. Who played the most minutes? And then we filter these into midfielders. Kwa nataka kuonesha Fernandes actually alicheza kama game zetu zote. Fernandes right after WordPress 3300 minutes. Nikusho alianza game zote. Na game hakucheza fully. Alicheza 80 minutes akasabiwa. Those are like 2-3 games he was subbed at around 80 minutes. So unataka msee mwenye anacheza game week in week out, uko sure kumhusu. Na pia he's on penalties, so you can see why I've made the decision to add him. Gibbs White for Nottingham, akona minutes, so the first fixtures are messed up. Let's just give it time and observe. You can see pia Odegaard alikuwa na play time. So these are important players that you want to watch out for. Watu wanapoa play time na manager week in week out. Na maiminiwa Buemo, Rodri, Martinelli. Stats ni mingi na stats zinakushow. Let's go back to our transfer lists. Based off the small analysis that you've done, nataka kuwa na a reliable goalkeeper that I can swap with Martinez. So I already have a 5 mil goalkeeper. So mwingine haizi kuwa 5 mil, anahitaji kuwa chini ya hiyo do na mseneza mswap. Ortega, it's like anachezeshwa for these EFL Cups, FA Cups nini. I'm not sure if he'll get first place playing for Man City on a regular basis, especially above Ederson. Sijui kama atapewa hiyo playtime. Let's go back to these stats just kidogo. I want us to see nini goalkeepers, not minutes played but clean sheets. So Ederson, I didn't have the most clean sheets, and it's Man City. I'm surprised Man U did better. What? Anyway, Martinez, and I need someone else. Newcastle walikuwa very solid at the back, but pre-season wamekuwa kifungwa. Let me just make a decision here. I don't know if I want. No, we can go for Steele. Okay, we can go for Steele. Okay, Brighton have sold their best keeper to Chelsea. Now Steele might have some playtime. Okay, so let's add Steele onto this squad. It's at 4.5, so I'm less in cash. Nahitaji ku balance my monies all around. And then I wish wangeka Pascal Gross to be a defender, because they're even playing him as a defender in Brighton. I don't know why they're doing this at midfield. I don't know, siwezi muaminia right now. But alipata 159 and his minutes are good. Anapata 3k minutes in a season. So that's someone to consider. Is at 6.5, bro. Teremshe your bay bana. 6.5. So I'll have to balance my monies na nijue nani nita make changes at. I want to go per team now. Liverpool, Diogo Jota and Luis Diaz. These are good players. Jota had injuries last season, but from pre-season he's been looking very sharp in front of goal. So Jota is at 8M, and then Saka is at 8.5. Shida stuff ni that I'm not sure of their first fixture, especially against Chelsea. Yeah, Bournemouth ni ile waliwachapa 9-0 at their stadium, at Liverpool Stadium, not at Bournemouth Stadium. So that's a good fixture. And then Newcastle, Aston Villa. Something good about Liverpool is that they are a high scoring team. Wanafunganga mabao mob. So this is a very huge decision for me to make. I can't take out Fernandes right now. Acha nimpe easy fixture. Kwanza Arsenal ndio Fernandes anapenda. So I'll give him these fixtures as I also think about Rashford. Sindio. So if you are watching for Diogo Jota, I think I'd recommend him very much. He was really explosive in the preseason. Ikikosi ni sure. It's just that I need to prepare for the future. Nitahitaji ku make changes na nitahitaji kujua hii do itatoka wapi. Tunahitaji ku make sure we have money in the bank as such that if you want to upgrade a player, itakuwa very easy to swap out. About Trossard, now that Jesus is not playing, it's better. Trossard will get play time. Trossard pre-season amecheza fiti, amepata mabao, left foot, right foot, anaziaka. So siwezi mshika sahi. And even when he was in Brighton, I had him in my squad. So akiniprevia tu fixtures kidogo, hafanyi kitu. Sell that motherfucker. But I believe in Trossard. But I will need Martinelli. I don't know how, but I need Martinelli. But Nikola Saka, since he's on penalties, and he did 200 points. You'll ask, what does a player need to get 200 points in a season? Goals scored. He scored 14 goals. Aka assist 12 goals. Hizo ni stats poa. 12 assists, 14 goals. will give you 200 points as a midfielder. Again, you want high scoring midfielders. Now let's go to my defensive lineup. Let's just filter by defenders. Tyrone Mings. We saw Tyrone Mings is actually useful. Alikuwa na nini? We saw from the stats, and unless umeforward hii video hujachekiwa part, he had good points. So I'll actually exchange him for Matty Cash, because pia Mings ni mwattacking time ya corners, akuko mbele anaenda kuattack. So I've swapped Matty Cash for Tyrone Mings. They are both the same price. I was gravitating towards Matty Cash because he can assist from that angle, but pia akona subs. Matty Cash, Lukadin, siko sure na minutes zake. Look, he played 1800 minutes. That's half regular nini. So I'll go with Mings, because Mings, he played 3k minutes a whole season. That's good. Unaweza divide by 38 games utajua per game. Let's try. 3139 divided by 38 fixtures. Anacheza an average of 80 minutes per game. So that's the kind of person you want. Nili insist I need an Arsenal attacker. So that's why we have White here. And the reason I also have Trent here is because I can't invest in a Liverpool midfield or attacker right now in this moment. And again, I can trade him since he's at 8M. Neza buy him, say, neza buy defender low priced. Hata kama ni Saliba ama ni kina nani, kina Luke Shaw at 5.5. Can also go for these other guys. I had Robinson in my first nini. I'm not really sure. Okay, kuna kina John Stones. Exactly. So this will be my game plan. I could swap Trent for Stones in case I want to upgrade on a midfielder. Nikitaka kuongeza mtu kama Salah ama, you know, the expensive guys kina De Bruyne. Wameka Rashi at 9M. Rashi at 9M, justifiable, yes. But he was 6M last year, November, December. Alikuwa 6M before the World Cup. After World Cup akaanza kupandisha 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8. I think alifika 7.58 season ikiisha, and then this season imeanza wamempe at 9, which is a high evaluation. Now I need 0.5 and I can't swap Saka for Martinelli right in this moment because Saka is on penalties. Na usijudge Saka based on the games they played with Man City. Hii team ni kubwa. Hii team ikipatana na Nottingham, Crystal, Fulham, Man U. Of course Man U tunawa neutralize, but watafunga, but they'll be at home. Anyway, Man U is the boogie team for Arsenal. Anything can happen. So I can't take out Bukayo Saka. And then we have Eze for Crystal. I can't really do anything. Honestly, nasikia squad yangu iko poa sana. It's only that Newcastle could be an attacking threat na sina attacker wao, and Wilson is also on their penalties. So I've had to make a decision between Wilson, who got 157 points, and Watkins, who got 175 points. So Watkins is the only reliable guy in that team in terms of striking. Again, Newcastle wako na Isak, wako na Wilson, yani wako na options. These guys, even Bruno Guimaraes as a midfielder, he was good at some point, but their fixtures don't look as good comparing to Aston Villa. So that's why I'll start with Watkins. Ntangoja, but I'm considering Wilson. He was also in my first draft. Na feel kikosi iko ready. It's just that I need to balance my cash. Let me look at players. Midfielders. Hapa niko na second option. It's either I trade Garnacho, who's at 5M, for Rodri, who's at 5.5M. Ndio ni balance do. But I had my reasons for adding Rodri. Rodri was solid. Akona all the playtime. As an option on the bench, I think he's good. But hastaki kufanya hiyo transfer just for the sake of money. That's being short-minded. I need to look somewhere else. But Garnacho, siko sure about the playtime na minutes. but he was looking really explosive. Atapata chances. Yeah, tukaona a new attacker. Mbona muonyeshi? Ndio huyu. Hey bro, kwani amekuja kuwa injured? What? This is a joke. Hoyland, our new striker, akona back injury. Bro, kwani uliangusha sabuni kwa jela? Anyway, I think Garnacho akona playtime basi. If our main strikers hawatakuwa, Rashid will be our main striker and Garnacho will be here to start. So I think this is actually good. Hope ata start more games over Sancho. Garnacho, I don't know. Mani tuko na kikosi na nashanganga mbona tu perform at sometimes. But acha tuachie slide. I could trade him for no. Mitoma wako na good fixtures na naanzishwe hizi games. I'll start solid with this team. Let me see where I can make other changes. Who will I sacrifice? White Mings B. Okay, I might have to sacrifice an Arsenal defender. Just to get the money right. White is at 5.5. It'll be the swap. I still want an Arsenal defender, so nitaka Gabriel at 5 mil. And I think ikikosi iko ready to go. But what I said about when this video was beginning is that tunahitaji kuanticipate na kujua venye utaweza ku exchange players in the forthcoming future. So I can see I can trade Fernandes and Trent for maybe Jota and another low priced defender or Asala. Anyway, mambo yatakuwa magumu. Just make the transfers to exchange keeper, White na Cash, which is looking good. Confirm the transfers. Now in terms of captaincy, hii game tutachia Haaland hata kama spendi ku captain. Ali kick off the first game for Prem. It's not the best idea. And then usually want to have people who are playing their home games. Watu wengi hapa wamejaza home games. So hii game nita switch Trent for Ban ama Mings. Aston Villa against Newcastle. Hii game itakuwa ngumu. And mnaenda away. I'll just nitachill. Stop that transfer. Cancel. Wacha Trent abaki hapo. Unless I want to play with four defenders at the back. I believe this first fixture, let me try double Brighton players. Fernandes, Saka. Yeah. In case I do any changes, I think mtaziona, and then we'll reflect all of these in the next video. After the first game week is over, we'll do some analysis and figure the way forward, make recommendations and play our way around. Na msisahau kuna league kali si tunacheza Beer Bongs season 3. Fixtures will be shown as soon as everything start, but vitu ni tight na nataka kuwin. Game week in, game week out. I can't control everything. As I said, nime lose the last 2 seasons. Actually nilimaliza chucha season 1 and season 2. So hii season 3 niko serious. Anyway, let's go. Danny James over here. Enjoy FPL. In case you have any questions, anything to add, just leave it on the description box, hapo down. I'm happy to see your views and get your POV. Yeah. See you in the next video. Peace.